What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is going on? It's Monday, man. It's Monday, the dreaded Mondays. Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's good to see you. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We are going to be getting into day 3 of Valheim today. Very excited, yeah. Valheim's been a lot of fun. I'll probably get stuck doing a bunch of base building again, but we'll try to limit that to an extent. I love the base building. It's very, very cool. So, yeah, I don't know. Again, I hope everybody had a great weekend. Let's do what we do. Hop into this gaming news segment before we actually get into Valheim. Cool. Yep. Hmm. No. What's up, Pinky? How are you, buddy? Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Hmm. Oh no. Cool. There we go. You have acquired food. That's what I'm talking about, Pinky. We love food, baby. Let's go. Let's see what we got going on here in the news. Yeah. We had already seen reports where part of the reason Square Enix was saying it was selling off its North American developers was to invest in blockchain stuff like that. So here we go, starting it off. Square Enix plans to issue tokens and invest heavily in Web3 gaming. Yep, the NFTs and all that stuff. Mm, man. Um, After 40 years, the creator of one of gaming's first female protagonists has been found. Let's see what's going on. Doop. Is Gotham Knights on PS4? Let's see what's up there. Gears of War series is apparently getting Halo the Master Chief Collection treatment. Take a look at that. Hit that yesterday. Which is the Alan Wake, right? If I remember correctly, they're talking about Alan Wake. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Switch getting Alan Wake. Very cool. Gaming gear provider Turtle Beach nears board deal with Dunrail. Let's see what that's about. Did you get good food, Pinky? What'd you get? Talk food to me, bro. Talk food. Is it going to be a while before you eat some more apples or what? Yeah, Atlas has a survey out right now to see what games the community would be interested in having on across the board. Really, it's just what games do they want to see brought back? What series are they interested in playing, and on what platforms? Things of that nature. So, if you're interested, you can go do a survey for Atlas. Forget the metaverse. The Drum explores how gaming is ellipses. Let's see what's going on there. Quexel's amazing Unreal Engine 5 video shows stunning future for gaming. we've already seen a lot of amazing stuff with Unreal Engine 5 to the point of like couldn't necessarily decipher whether of a video was actually Unreal Engine 5 generated or just really good Oh, dude, I want a quick burger, bro. Hook me up, dude. I like quick burgers. Steel Series having a sale right now. We talked about that. We talked about the creepy diversity matrix thing out there. It was really weird. We talked about the Nintendo fiscal year for last, or Nintendo's previous fiscal year. We've talked about those numbers. Talked about those numbers for a lot of the major gaming companies, actually. Yeah, we've already talked about this as well. A lot of games is got some lawsuits pending, saying they're manipulating the market for vintage game sale and stuff like that. Uh, Talked about the Konami's best year ever last fiscal year. We've talked about boosting. It's not just children. It's intelligence, cognitive functioning across the board for humans, actually. But there's a lot of research going into the benefits that children get from it right now. Go to video gaming. Here we go. Let's try this alternate search out. Yep. Yep. Hmm. Oh wow. AEW video game developer leaves to join WWE 2K. Let's see what that's. What I mean, we've talked about this previously. Just these games. So AEW is having a wrestling game created. They've got like some mobile stuff right now, but nothing big on like platforms or PC or anything like that, right? And it's actually a good thing because it'll bring in some competition for WWE 2K's game, which has traditionally been quite a sloppy mess whenever it releases. Apparently, I've never played it, but I've heard a lot of things. I've read a lot of things. Having another wrestling game will help hopefully elevate the quality of game that is being developed across the board here in the genre. But we'll see what this actually brings about here. What this is about. Did I already? Yeah, I already clicked it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Talked about all that. A lot of just identical news stories here to what we've stuff we've already read. Yeah. Square Enix, that was what we were talking about earlier. Square Enix sold off their North American developing studios to Embracer Group, along with Tomb Raider, Thief, and Deus Ex. The Buffalo shootings are very unfortunate. Heart and thoughts go out to the people affected there. That sucks, man. And I haven't done a lot of research yet, but what I have heard was that it was apparently a racially motivated um, event. It's just super unfortunate, man. It's just so terrible. People just can't accept the fact that we as humans are going to be different than each other, and just accept that and be okay with that. It's so terrible. It really is. So much targeting of people based on diversity and it's just horrible. It's horrible. So much hate in the world, man. Talked about Netflix a lot already. Um, not getting a whole lot more than what we've already seen here. Or either we've got it pulled up or we've seen in previous news segments. Yeah. Okay. We'll kill it with that. Let's go through these and see what we got. Exclusive gaming gear provider Turtle Beach nears board deal with Dunrell. Let's see what this is about. Dunrell Group is close to reaching a settlement with Turtle Beach that will give the activist investment firm representatives on the U.S. Gaming Gears Company board of directors. People familiar with the matter said on Sunday. Dunrell, which has beneficial ownership of 7.4% of Turtle Beach's outstanding shares, has criticized the maker of gaming headsets and controllers for operational missteps, has been pushing the company to sell itself. Turtle Beach maintains it has been doing its best to find a buyer at an attractive price. Turtle Beach has agreed to add 3 Dunrell nominees to its board, expanding it from 6 to 9 directors, the source said. One director is expected to retire at the annual meeting next month. This comes after major Turtle Beach shareholders informed the company that they plan to back Dunrell's board director nominees at June's meeting, the sources added. Dunrell in March said it planned to replace the entire board, including Chief Executive Jurgen Stark, with its own candidates. The settlement will spare Turtle Beach this board challenge. Turtle Beach's board has formed a strategic review committee handling the process to sell the company, and it will have 4 members, including 2 Dunrell directors, according to the sources. Dunrell's managing partner, Will Wyatt, will be an advisor to that committee. If Turtle Beach is not sold within 120 days, a Dunrell principal and another director that Dunrell would be allowed to help select would join the board. The sources said the settlement between the two sides could be announced as early as Monday and asked not to be identified because the matter is confidential. Turtle Beach, which has a market value of $275 million, declined to comment. Stock price has fallen 42% over the last 52 weeks compared to 3.4% decline in the S&P 500 index. I was going to say, I mean, Turtle Beach, everything I know about Turtle Beach stuff. Oh, what's up? Someone made 4D Minecraft, 4D Miner. What? For real? Let me see if I can pull something up. I'll see if I can pull something up real quick. Let me finish that article first. Turtle Beach said earlier this month it has engaged with potential buyers on 3 separate occasions in the last 5 years. Last year, Dunrell offered to buy Turtle Beach for $36.50 US per share. In March, Dunrell said it had withdrawn the offer. Turtle Beach recently received new acquisition interest, according to the sources, and has been in discussions with at least 2 strategic buyers. The company expects to have reached out to more than 50 parties as part of the sale process, one of the sources said. I remember years ago whenever Turtle Beach was like the name out there for a lot of, especially like headsets and stuff like that for gamers. But everything that I've read and heard about Turtle Beach of more recent years is, hey, look at that random mode time already. Not even comparable quality wise to a lot of the more popular brands, HyperX. What was the one we talked about yesterday? The Steel Series, things like that. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not surprised their shares have declined. Oh, dude, I almost got it. I almost won a sub. Check that out. Wow, that's crazy. Very close. Very close. Okay, let me see if I can pull this up. Trying to understand 4-dimensional Minecraft broke my brain. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah. I want to read about it a little bit though, other than just what Steam would show. Yeah, let's take a we'll take a look at that right there. Cool. Thanks, Biggie. Thanks, buddy. Forget the metaverse. The Drum explores how gaming is real advertising opportunity. The world's 3 billion gamers are fragmented across millions of games that scratch every need on almost any device imaginable. Meanwhile, in the shadows, brands are jealously coveting the attention, dwell time, and interactivity of these spaces. Ads are coming, but will gamers accept them? The Drums Gaming Advertising Deep Dive explores. Our metaverse deep dive earlier this year showed that marketers are excited by the opportunity to advise in immersive digital worlds and spaces. It was lost on many that these wondrous feats are already possible in video games technically. Many marketers are using metaverse as a shorthand for gaming, yeah, and it's doing a serious disservice to an industry that I shouldn't have to remind you is the biggest entertainment medium in the world. So why is gaming such a dirty word? Oh, is it? Oh, okay, cool, Pinky. We'll pull that up too. We'll pull that up too. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Perhaps metaverse is the buzzy word that will spark the gaming gold rush, and we should live with it. Or perhaps at boardroom level, marketers were burned by gaming when they first experimented with it in the pixel era. Or even worse, they think it's a niche nerd thing decades after the belief should have been dispelled. I don't think that gaming still has the stigma of being a nerd thing. Um, Either way, instead of future gazing and speculation, the drum is here to celebrate and explore the opportunity in gaming. We've rallied the industry's best and brightest to help chart your course into this space. Don't rest on your laurels. A recent study found that 93% of media buyers are planning to buy some in game ads by 2025. That's great and probably the correct move. But I've went all in on the fact that there's a vast gulf of knowledge here and an entire raft of assumptions to dispel. So it's my immense pleasure to set the drum editorial team to task doing just that in the coming weeks. Guys, give me 1 second, please. I'm sorry. We had a spider issue, guys. You see my spider? I got a new pet. Yo, I got a new pet, guys. Check it out. Free food. He was just keeping bugs out of our Tupperware. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go put him outside though. I'll be right back. All right, sorry. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. Okay. Spider is safely outside. Everything's fine. We like spooters. Most of them, anyways. I do, anyways. Not my entire family does not like spooters. I'm a spooter. So we're going to explain the industry. I apologize for the pause there. So we're going to explain the industry minus the jargon and the spin. And in the spirit of that, if you are at the beginning of your in-game advertising journey, there's absolutely zero shame in that. Let me start you off with my in-game advertising cheat sheet. No. Why you shouldn't call gaming the metaverse. Is that what I mean? I guess that makes sense. I didn't think about it like that. I'm always griping about the fact that all of these, developers and they're using this trending word of metaverse like it's something new, and I keep talking about that. It's not new. I have not seen anything so far. Any developer has told me about their version of the metaverse that's anything new, which is makes sense. This article is talking about how the metaverse is just them saying gaming in a different way. It's so dumb though. They're trying to spin it off like it is something new, and it's not. I have not seen anything. That's the thing that's killing me. These developers are trying to use the word metaverse because it is a trendy word. It's a trending word. It's like they're bringing us something new that they haven't brought us before. That's not the case. Everything I've seen about anybody's version of the metaverse is just the same ecosystems, environments, and everything they've already given us in gaming. Um, at least this was a very good way to state it. Like the metaverse is just another word for gaming. That's all I've seen it as so far as well. So there we go. I mean, we've already talked a lot about Microsoft already came out and said basically we're going to be putting like live advertising space in our games. Sony followed up in right behind Microsoft, said the same thing. We've seen advertising, product placement in gaming for years, forever, but we're going to start seeing it in a more um, functional state within games where it's going to be like live ad space. You'll probably come across like actual, whether it be like a holographic kind of thing in a game where it's actually playing like a video, some kind of promotion for advertising or whatever. I mean, there'll be all kinds of stuff. It's just it's inevitable. It'll keep getting more and more ingrained in our games. I think especially in the online multiplayer environment, for sure. Quixel's amazing Unreal Engine 5 video shows stunning future for gaming. Asset resource company Quixel has created an Unreal Engine 5 demo reel that will make you salivate on the future for gaming. The firm provides photorealistic 3D assets for developers to use in Unreal Engine and tasked different artists to create their own versions using Epic Games' latest engine. They were to use Quixel's Megascans 3D and 2D models built in real-world scans, along with other Unreal assets. Is this supposed to be assets? I think assets and build a single environment just 3 days. Project was titled 90 Days with 40 different environments created in total over that period. And we are pretty sure you'll be impressed by the end results as we were. You can see the video at the top of this page. Working on several different environments that convey varied stories and moods was extremely fast and iterative using Unreal Engine 5 and Quixel Megascans, said cinematic environment artist Alex Tucker. This project made me realize how quickly you can put scenes together that hit the detail level of animated films in real time, as well as showcase Unreal Engine 5 and Quixel's asset base. The sizzle reel gives us a glimpse of what could be possible in full PC and console games in the future. Yeah, the new Tomb Raider and Witcher games are each being built using Unreal Engine 5. A lot of games that have even already kind of been built are switching over to even utilizing Unreal Engine 5 just to upgrade the graph. Like we've seen, for instance, the new Kingdom Hearts game. The new Kingdom Hearts game, they've already delayed it because they were like, we're gonna transfer the game over to Unreal Engine 5, upgrade the graphical look of the game and everything using that engine, and they needed more time to get it done. So let's see what this looks like real quick. I like that. Oh, that was cool, dude. That was neat. Oops. You'll see some of this camera shake, just like we saw in the video that our buddy Syke brought to us off of Reddit the other day. I mean, the realism within that train station for the video that Syke sent us or brought to us was I couldn't decipher. I couldn't decipher whether it was actually computer generated or real life video. There's a shot within it where it automatically transfers from day into night, and the environment is so realistic looking that I think that was their point was to show from going. I mean, it was like the light switched off. I think that was the way they were trying because it is so realistic looking. They were trying to show that um, it was computer generated, but for me, I was like, it was so real looking that I couldn't get past the fact and the possibility that they just did some really nice camera work and stopped recording at that exact same point and camera angle and everything at daytime and turned it right back on at night. I could. It was really tough, man. It was really tough. But the Unreal Engine 5 stuff, it looks amazing. That looked like a spot in Elden Ring right there. Pretty wild. It looks great. Looks great. That's pretty neat, man. It's pretty neat. Pretty cool. All right, here we go. AEW video game developer leaves to join WWE 2K. News on a pretty major shakeup happening with staff working on AEW and WWE video games. Sports Gamers Online are reporting that Yuke's, or is that Yuke or Yuki's? I think it. I'm going to go with Yuke's. Yuke's staffer Brian Williams has decided to ditch the ongoing AEW Fight Forever project in favor of a move to WWE 2K. Williams was previously a senior game designer for THQ when they had a working relationship with Yuke's and handled WWE's video games. Now the designer has elected to leave Yuke's behind and return to the WWE fold as part of 2K's team. He got he got yoinked by 2K. Yeah, man. Of note, Williams helped redevelop the creation suite that 2K currently uses in their games. That, of course, has expanded to become a community creations and is one of the most popular aspects of the entire WWE 2K franchise. Brian will reportedly start working for 2K later this month. WWE 2K22 has been touted as a major success for much maligned 2K. Their prior effort, 2K20, launched to scathing critical reviews. It was derided for game breaking bugs. In contrast, wait, really? 2K22's release has been silky smooth? Uh, I thought we looked this up. And silky smooth, huh? We did look this up. It seems like that article might be a bit skewed there. I have heard that all kinds of crashes. Yeah, lots of crashes and stuff. I wouldn't say silky smooth, man. Wouldn't say that. Hmm. 73% of the almost 3,800 user reviews for this game are positive. Recent reviews, 67%. I mean, they're almost in the mixed review category across the board for all reviews. and recent reviews are 67%. Yeah, I wouldn't call that silky smooth. Sorry. Nice try. AEW's own game, subtitled Fight Forever, still doesn't have a nailed on release date. Recent footage of the game did show off some improvements to character models, live crowds, and mid match animations, though. Okay. Hmm. Well, I mean, now that there's another big wrestling game coming to the major platforms, outside of mobile, then I think WWE 2K is feeling that pressure. Square Enix plans to issue tokens and invest heavily in Web3 gaming. This is not new news necessarily, but we'll read it. Gaming giant Square Enix has revealed in its Q1 earnings report that it will expand non-fungible tokens into more game products as part of its medium-term business strategy. God, if this company wasn't already like just really putting me off, now we get to deal with this crap too. Uh, Feels bad. Square Enix is a Japanese game developer with 3 billion in assets under management, according to its latest financial earnings report. The firm owns the Final Fantasy property and sold the Tomb Raider franchise for 300 million in May. Not just Tomb Raider, Deus Ex and Thief 2 to Embracer Group, along with their North American dev studios. The report states that the firm piloted NFTs on the Shisansai Million Arthur game starting in February this year. I might have butchered that. The success of the pilot program will lead to the second season of the game's NFTs and will ultimately see the firm pursue broader activities in the NFT and blockchain markets or industry. Excuse me. Among the top priorities of its blockchain domain initiatives, SE plans on establishing regulatory clarity and guidelines for blockchain games, tackling scalability in NFT economies, and considering founding a corporate capital venture unit. Firm also stated that it plans on establishing an overseas entity that will handle issuing, managing, and investing our own tokens, suggesting the firm will begin creating an expansive gaming token economy. Uh, Square Enix has been working with Web3 gaming and metaverse venture capital firm Animoca brands to explore its options in the blockchain gaming space. Cooperation between the two firms is expected to grow as Square Enix delves further into the ecosystem. Animoca's executive chairman, Yat Su, believes Square Enix's influence in gaming will only help the firm form a foothold in blockchain gaming, he told Cointelegraph on Monday. Square Enix is living off of the fact that they own Final Fantasy at this point. That's I believe that. Um, they have not been doing a very good job with games for a while now. I think that in a lot of people's eyes, obviously Square Enix is one of those companies that we've loved for a very long time. They've turned into something that we don't love at this point, and I think that them pushing hard into this whole NFT thing, it just goes to show how much they do not care about uh, games or the gaming community. They've turned into that company. Um, we see it happen time and time again, and I'm really at the point now where that's how I feel about Square Enix. Feels bad. Report puts investments in monetization of blockchain, artificial intelligence, cloud computing as its third objective in its medium term business strategy. This is in line with CEO Yosuke Matsuda's expressed intention for his company to become more involved in those technologies in January. Popularity of Web3 and NFT gaming has remained robust throughout 2022, despite a general crypto market turndown. Market tracker DAP Radar shows that there were 1 million daily active gamers on Saturday, nearly the same level as on January 1st. However, many gamers are not buying as much as they used to, as total sales volume for NFT games has dropped 88% from $70 US, excuse me, on January 1st to 8.7 million on Saturday. What? That did they mean 70 million? I think that's what they meant. Dropped 88% from 70 million. They messed up here on January 1st to 8.7 million on Saturday. Yeah. Because it's a scam, dude. Nobody's incorporating NFTs in a way that's mutually beneficial for both the gamer as well. It's just about, you know, the dev and them making money, and that's the only way it's being incorporated. And people are finally starting to see that, I think. After 40 years, the creator of one of gaming's first female protagonists has been found. Van May changed careers shortly after making her first game, well before anyone realized its significance. Van, creator of one of the first female protagonists in video game history, has been found and interviewed by gaming historians Kate Willert and Kevin Bunch. May, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, man. It sucks. I don't want to butcher it. Had left the games industry shortly after completing her first project, leaving historians and enthusiasts struggling to find her when the importance of her contribution was fully realized years later. In 1982, Texas-based developer Apollo released a game called Wabbit for the Atari 2600, also known as the Video Computer System, or VCS. Wabbit is a shooter where you take control of a young girl, Billy Sue, as she fends off marauding rabbits from her carrot patch. It was well received at the time and had some impressive sprite work for the VCS, also holds an important place in video game history. Billy Sue is one of the very first female game protagonists we have on record, and is the first named female protagonist to appear on home consoles. Willard and Bunch's search for Mai was covered in a Polygon feature by Patricia Hernandez last year, and the issues that report raises prove startlingly accurate. I apologize. Hernandez points out that the custom of women changing last names after marriage can lead to confusion for those looking back and trying to match up credits. Also postulates that Mai's coworkers could have misremembered her name. Both suppositions prove true. Mai's maiden name of Van Tran was reported as Bantran by Atari fan sites and then mistakenly confirmed by former Apollo employees, hindering Willard and Bunch's search. Aided by members of the Video Game History Foundation's Discord, Bunch and Willard tracked down Texas bankruptcy records from the closure of Apollo, including records of royalty checks paid to programmers like Mai. The historians were able to find Mai and talk to her about Wabbit, as well as her life after games. Contrasting her relative obscurity in gaming history until now, she went on to pursue a dynamic career after Apollo, earning a degree in computer science and applying her skills to fields such as telecommunications and banking. She expressed a certain gratitude for the constraints of early game development and the way it prepared her for future work in coding. It taught me to write compact code, to write good code, she explained to Bunch and Willard. Later on, when I went to university, they didn't care much about RAM or computer space. They had plenty. I think I'm a good coder because of that, because in the beginning, there's not much room to write your logic. She also fondly recalls her time at Apollo and reminisced about the creative, collaborative environment there. I bet that was cool. The mini documentary on the Video Game History Foundation's YouTube channel goes into greater detail about Mai's life, and circuitous path to Apollo and Wabbit. Kate Willert runs a channel, A Critical Hit on Gaming History, with her video game series having helped lead her to Mai's story. Kevin Bunch is, I keep saying it different every time. Kevin Bunch is active on YouTube with his Atari Archive channel, telling stories behind classic games for the publisher's home consoles. Very cool, man. Very cool. Nice. That's neat. The more you know. Will Gotham Knights be coming to PS4 when it releases? Is Gotham Knights on PS4 will be a question a lot of PlayStation players are asking as we count down the months to release. Particularly those who haven't taken the new gen plunge and upgraded to a PS5 yet. The chance to protect Gotham City by teaming up as Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin in Gotham Knights feels too good to miss, even if Batman himself is out of the picture. And going head-to-head with the Court of Owl's secret society only adds to the intrigue. But will everyone have this opportunity? We've got the lowdown on what's happening with Gotham Knights PS4. Unfortunately, if you're waiting for it on PS4, they have some bad news for you, as it's no longer being released on that platform. When the game was originally announced at DC Fandom back in August 2020, it was included. PS4 was included with Xbox One, PC, and new gen platforms for a planned 2021 release. This was then pushed back to this year, obviously, before the current release date of October of this year was confirmed. There's no reason to expect any issues with Gotham Knights on PS4 until suddenly a press release to coincide with a gameplay reveals video sent out in May of this year stated the following: to provide players with the best possible gameplay experience, the game will release on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and will not be available for PS4 or Xbox One consoles. This confirms the game is now skipping over the previous gen of consoles to become a, thank you, new gen exclusive release. Please do shut up. No more information released to explain why they aren't releasing on the previous gen consoles. Could be the project was proving too technically. You've got to be kidding me, dude. Could be the project was proving too technically advanced to maintain compatibility with the previous generation of consoles, or simply that cross-gen development of the game was going to lead to an overall reduction in quality or further delays to the finished product. Whatever the explanation behind the decision, we know that Gotham Knights is no longer coming to PS4, meaning you'll need to upgrade your gaming system if you want to play it when October rolls around. All right, there we go. So, looks confirmed that Gotham Knights will only be on new gen consoles and PC. Gears of War series is apparently getting a Halo the Master Chief Collection treatment. The Coalition's franchise could be primed for a relaunch. Gears of War franchise could be getting a treatment similar to Halo. Rumor again originates from Xbox Era Podcast. Earlier this year, in January, the podcast speculated that an Xbox-owned franchise would be bundled together in a remastered collection, similar to how the Halo franchise was regrouped for a new launch via the Master Chief Collection on PC and Xbox consoles alike. This time, though, the podcast hosts are getting a little more specific with their rumor mongering, with Nick Baker name-checking the Gears of War series as the franchise getting a relaunched collection. Additionally, Baker actually believes the collection is launching later this year. That would certainly make sense. It's just insane. Given how Xbox and Bethesda delayed Starfield and Redfall last week to early 2023. Both games were meant to launch as major Xbox exclusives later this year, but have now slipped to some point in the following year, with November 11th release date for Starfield being wiped out. Okay. I don't know if we had seen that yet. Maybe we had. Baker speculates that we could see this new Gears of War collection debut at Xbox's E3 showcase later next month in June. E3 in the traditional sense might have been canceled this year, but Xbox and Bethesda are still holding their typical June conference as if the show was rolling on. But you can tune into the showcase on June 12th, to see what the future of Xbox and Bethesda game studios holds. Let's see some Avowed. That's what I need. I need some Avowed. Give me some Avowed. Okay, we're going to take a look at this, and we'll pull it up on Steam as well. But if anybody has any other news to bring to us before we end the segment, let me know while I'm going over this last stuff about the Minecraft 4D. Trying to understand 4-dimensional Minecraft broke my brain. Crafting a 3-dimensional bed just to give my head a rest. All right. Human beings are very good at navigating 3-dimensional space. After all, that's how the real world works. But try, and add an extra dimension to something as simple as even, say, Minecraft. Suddenly things take a sharp turn into the confusing. Whew, I apologize. Give me more of that Java. Confusing, then, is how I describe 4D Miner. Available as a free demo on Steam, developer MashPo's extra-dimensional take on Minecraft is a lot to get your head around, even after following a brief tutorial that explains the concept of dimensionality by way of a cute frog. Look at this. Oh, dude, that's wild. The playable tutorial introduces the concept of rotating through dimensions by showing a 2D platformer with a visualization of how that slice of the world is representative of a greater 3D space. Scroll the mouse wheel and that slice will rotate, changing the 2D view. Enter the game itself and the same concept applies. You explore a 3D world as per regular Minecraft, but scroll the wheel and your slice of the greater 4D space rotates, shearing the world against itself. If it sounds confusing, that's because I'm struggling to mentally visually how the I think this is written poorly. That's because I'm struggling to mentally visualize how the dimensions even relate to each other. At one appearing to fold the world within itself, a cubic world finding diagonals as another hidden plane rotates against or within or on top of it, and oh gosh, it's all very confusing, isn't it? As you explore the world from a 3D perspective, please do just stop. You'll have to rotate your way through the fourth dimension to continue exploring. Items may fall from trees or rock blocks outside of your current perception. Caves may unfold into forest valleys, and you'll be attacked by horrendous hyper spiders from outside your current frame of reference. Yeah. Fortunately, there are tools to help you wrap your head around the 4D space. Crafting 4D glasses from mysterious ore will let you perceive things outside of your limited perspective, while the compass doesn't just let you know where you are, but gives you a solid visualization of how the 4D space is actually constructed. Right now, 4D Miner is a pretty basic emulation of Minecraft's mechanics, but that extra dimension adds infinite complexity to something even as simple as how do I build a house in four-dimensional space. The developer even toys with the idea of four-dimensional multiplayer, which sounds like a wonderfully chaotic way to get confused with a friend. Yeah. On the surface, this game looks a bit like Minecraft, and the inspiration is undeniable. Mashpo said in a YouTube explainer. But things like building, collecting resources, and even navigating the in-game world are completely different, and this affects pretty much every in-game mechanic. I plan on expanding this aspect of the game much further in the future, so that most of the new game mechanics and features focus on how the player interacts with the fourth dimension. Mashpo attempted to kickstart 4D Miner last month and was unfortunately unsuccessful, but has taken to Patreon to continue development. Ultimately, it's hard to say if 4D Miner will be able to stand on its own merits as a game or remain a curious tech demo too confusing for its own good. But I do absolutely want to see Mashpo's experiments in 4D space continue. Just let me have a quick lie down first. All this dimension bending's giving me a bit of a headache. All right, let's take a look at this on Steam. Yo, thanks, Pinky. Let's take a look at this. 4D Miner. All right. See this video. Yo, stop it. Does it actually talk?
First, let's quickly make a new world.
Okay.
After the world generates, you'll notice a very familiar, blocky looking landscape. But there's more to this world than meets the eye. As I scroll with the mouse wheel, the landscape appears to transform. Blocks seem to contort into all kinds of different shapes, while some seem to appear out of thin air, and others slowly disappear. Even the sun appears to grow and shrink. This kind of behavior is not unusual when three-dimensional beings like you and me try to interact with a four-dimensional world. In order to explain what's happening here, let's look at what happens when a two-dimensional being tries to interact with a three-dimensional world. Let me introduce you to Frank. Frank is a two-dimensional being, restricted to a two-dimensional plane, and therefore cannot see anything beyond the second dimension, much like how we cannot directly see anything beyond the third dimension. Luckily for Frank, us three-dimensional beings have the technology to give him a glimpse into the third dimension. We can allow him to explore a two-dimensional slice of the 3D world around him. In addition to this, we can give him a superpower that allows him to rotate his cross-sectional plane in the third dimension, which lets him explore anywhere he wants in his new 3D environment. When Frank uses his superpower, to him it looks like the landscape is completely transforming. The blocks around him seem to change shape, appear, and even disappear. To us, what Frank sees makes perfect sense. We can look at him trying to explore different cross-sections of the 3D world around him. We can see him get stuck inside a cave, and while the way out seems obvious to us, it's not so easy for him. This is exactly what happens to us when we try to explore a four-dimensional world.
Oh, what?
In this game, not only can you explore an infinite, procedurally generated four-dimensional world, but you can also build 4D structures in any way you want. On the surface, this game does look quite a bit like Minecraft, and the inspiration is undeniable, but things like building, collecting resources, and simply navigating the in-game world are completely different. And this affects pretty much every game mechanic, as well as the main progression system of the game.
That is crazy, dude. Woo! Yeah, that is a bit of a mind bender right there. Yeah, it's a little bit wild. Cool. Yo, that's pretty neat, man. I love it. Look at the character I got right here with the 4D glasses on. Yeah, that's funny. Yo, Pinky, thanks, man. That's crazy, dude. That's pretty crazy. Have you so early access game, you can download the demo. Um Planned release for November of this year. Pinky, have you tried it at all? Have you tried it at all, buddy? That's pretty nuts, man. That's pretty nuts. Hey, Syke, what's up, man? What's up? How are you, dude? What's going on, man? Let's chat it out. Yeah, I know, dude. They were outplayed. They were outplayed. I don't know what to say, man. Yesterday. Oh, today. Like to it. Yeah. Yeah. I know, Psych. At least, Wick can't like be like, the Penguins made it to the Stars didn't or anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. I actually, both games, dude. Both games going the distance there. Very tight games. Even though the Stars were outplayed, it was pretty. I mean, the amount of shots that Calgary had. Feels bad for Otter, man. That kid, what a find in goal for the Stars. He absolutely kept Dallas in it the entire series, man. Our play is just too bad. Uh, he took so many shots last night. I can't even remember what the total was. Yeah, 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 yep, yeah, for sure. Sorry, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah. Yo, that'll be it for news today. Cool. Again, I hope everybody's having a great Monday. Thank you for being here. You know, as always, for what we do, and we'll be moving on to our day 3 Valheim play at this point. But do me a favor if you are seeing this on YouTube. After it's uploaded, then do me a favor if you're enjoying the content, hit the like and subscribe button. Maybe leave me a comment so we can discuss some of the topics that we went over today in the segment, and see what you can do about coming and hanging out with us when we do these live at 6 a.m. CST every single day. Okay. Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind, and we will catch you tomorrow for the next segment of gaming news.